G'day everyone, welcome to Tab's set of 6. Anthony Minicello is back, and well, Laurie Daley did pretty well last week, Mini, so the pressure's on. Magic Round. Enjoy it?
Loved it, yeah. I was up there for a day when they launched it on last Wednesday, but watching the footy over the weekend, I thought it was a great concept, good feel across the whole weekend, some good numbers with the crowds, and great atmosphere, I thought.
Well, let's get into our first tackle, and two teams who were successful in Magic Round. The Melbourne Storm and the Wests Tigers, the first game to kick off round 10, and 64-10 didn't the Storm respond to Craig Bellamy's blast. The Tigers won this fixture twice last year by a small margin.
They did, yeah, 2 tight games last year. So I think this is going to be a close game, even though both teams are coming off big wins. I think the Tigers will make it a tough battle, but I think the Storm will get home.
Plus 12.5 there, the Tigers. Looks a pretty good bet considering their performance against Penrith. No Curtis Scott and Jerome Hughes for the Storm.
Yeah, they've got a couple of players out, but we know the Storm and their culture. Whoever they slide in there, they play pretty well, don't they?
Yeah, Ryan Pappenhuisen is the fullback there for the Storm this week. Our second tackle, big game this. The Broncos and the Roosters. The Roosters travelling back north to Suncorp Stadium. Boy Cordner's out with concussion. And the Bronx, it was 36-4 to the Chooks only a few weeks ago, but the Bronx have won the past 5 encounters at Suncorp. Yeah,
this is a real, not danger game, but I think it's a good challenge for us. We were up there last week against Canberra, then we're back up there this Friday again. We've got a couple of injuries. Latrell's niggling injury with the groin, but he'll get a bit of TLC this week and he should be right to play. But I think it's going to be close, but I think, the way we've been starting and the youngsters that have been performing for us, I think we'll just get home.
Jack Bird out for the season, a blow for the Broncos. What'd you make of them against Manly? A bit of a slow start against a very depleted Manly side.
It was a slow start. I watched that game actually, and they sort of warmed into the game. Darius played pretty well in the end. He got a try and set a couple up as well. So hopefully play those guys in a bit of form. I think it's going to be a good match up there on Friday.
Okay, Roosters 1-12 or 13 plus.
I think it's a 1-12 this week.
1-12. There you go. Okay, third tackle, bin or win now, and our theme here is historical trends and will they continue? Our first game, Penrith. Oh, can it get much worse? Can they beat the Warriors? They've won 4 out of the past 5 meetings.
Well, they have to win, don't they?
Oh, sure.
They have to. So I'm going to go win for this one.
Josh Mansour and Regan Campbell-Gillard dropped. The Bulldogs to beat the Titans at the Gold Coast, and here the Dogs have won 3 of the past 4. Bin or win?
Yeah, I like that stat, so I think they can win. So I'm going to win this.
Win, and these two, the top 2 in betting for the Wooden Spoon. The Cowboys to knock over Parramatta. The Cowboys have won 3 of the past 4. Para coming off that huge loss. The Cowboys?
I'm going to win this. I think Para win-loss for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, and the Cowboys have been pretty poor as well last week. The Raiders to beat Souths. This is a good game. And the Raiders have won 4 of the past 5 here.
Cracker game, but I think the way that South Sydney are playing, I'm going to bin that one.
Alex Johnston out for Souths there too, but the Bunnies in good form. Same game multi-time, and Minnie, you're going to the Panthers-Warriors game. What do we like here?
I'm going to go Panthers for the win into the overs, plus Wonga Blake to score, and that will offer $5.50, so decent price there.
Wonga Blake, a point to prove after misreading the training schedule last week. Did you ever do that?
Well, I don't know about that, but that's a bit of a... my dog ate my homework, isn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought, funnily enough. And now, Minnie, the word is the word you can find on the Tab blog, tips on all sports, all racing, and was in pretty good form in the NRL a couple of weeks ago, tipping 8 out of 8. And the words tips this week you've been reading up on?
Well, I like the words tips. He's gone for the Tigers plus 12.5, which I think that's a great bet. Then he's gone the Titans minus the 3.5. Well, I sort of think the Bulldogs can win, but look, let's stick with the word. He's got 8 from 8 last time. Then he's gone into the overs with the Raiders, Rabbitohs, which I like. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored there. 5
of the past 6 between the Raiders and the Bunnies has been 50-plus points. Yeah. So it has been a bit of a points fest, that game. So that is the word selections this week. We better get your best, though. This is golden point time. Where are we going?
I'm going to the Tigers Melbourne game, and I think that the Tigers, I think it's going to be a tight match. There's a couple of players out for Melbourne, as we just mentioned, so I'm going to go Tigers at the line. They've got 12.5 start there.
Watching the Tigers the other night, you're looking at Robbie and Benji, you're like, good on them. They're still going.
That's great. I love experienced players in the game because that accounts for a lot when the pressure's on. They just steer the ship.
Yeah, I'm going to Penrith. I can't believe I'm making Penrith my best bet, but
they've got to win,
surely this is the week when Penrith turn it around somehow. Look at that roster. And, you know, they've asked for a response there by dropping some pretty Origin players, really.
Yeah.
So that is my golden point for this week. Thanks for joining us as always. Check out the Word on the Tab blog across all sports and racing. And you can check us there as well for Tab's set of 6. Good luck, punters.